Well, hello and welcome back. If you've been following the previous episodes in this series, we've been building out a railway station in Minecraft, and at this point we're probably 75 to 80% of the way done with it. So we've already built out one side, the inside, the structure. Now we need to finish the elevated railway here and then run the control out to it and then get in our concerns like the override switch and so forth that we saw on the other side. So without further ado, we'll just go ahead and get on the build here. Actually, let me go ahead. I'll make this one further out. And then, as I explained in the other episode, I usually don't go up any higher than about 4 because you'll wind up with some lag or slowdown concern where you're trying to go up the ramp and then the game bogs. The next thing you know, you're stalled out halfway up the ramp, or it doesn't quite have enough power to get to the top. We'll put that in. So we're up 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, this is a full duplex track. You'll be going both ways, so you need a detector rail on either side of that power rail. We'll go ahead and go up here, and then we're at the point where we fork the track. So just build some out here, make a T-shape. That's fine. Might make it a little bit longer than that. It's good to have a little extra. Just like on the other side, we'll throw a button, a power rail, we'll put some light out there. Grab and drop. Unfortunately, I was looking back at some of the episodes in this series, and it looks like it's coming out a bit laggy, which is unfortunate. The game itself is not lagging for me, but the trying to run the video capture software, I guess, is getting the short end of the stick, so to speak. So I do apologize for the jumpiness in the video. I didn't realize that was quite going to come out that bad. Hopefully it still ends up being watchable for you. Okay, and then just like I had suggested before, we don't know what side that this is naturally going to turn to. And then we want to stand, doesn't really matter where, I guess. See which way that it is going to flip. Looks like it goes to the left this time. So build this out. We can go down one like this and then over. And then all that we're concerned about now is getting this over to that switch. Again, you can just run the redstone on the ground. There's no special thing about having it on the cobblestone. It's just a personal preference of mine. And I don't know, maybe about right here we'll go ahead and start jumping it up. Let's go ahead and go up 1, 2. That might make it a little bit easier to fence it in. Maybe go ahead and just go up 3. That way it's already up in the air. Now we know we're going to need it, so let's go ahead and let's get the invert in there. And the invert, in this case, is going to be on the other side of the track. So there's our invert because our detector rail to flip the rail this way. Maybe about 1, 2, what about 3? That's where I think I've been putting them at. We'll need to build this out so that we can actually change it. And just looking at it, maybe if I did this a little bit smarter, we won't have quite so much to build out. Now, this is going to make my thing inconsistent, sorry. But what I'm thinking is this. So we got this redstone torch. You know, you might like it exactly the way I had it on the other side. You know, this is, you're going to have two that aren't quite the same. What I'm trying to do is work the part of the override that I need kind of around so it's as close to that side as I can get it. I think I'll actually have to put a little bit more space there. I don't know if that... Again, if you don't have that line running right into the back, redstone in Minecraft doesn't seem to work. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this in. That looks good. We won't need this. So we've already kind of got this up in the air a little bit. That should help more with the fencing and keeping things off the track. So we run this back, you'll notice we're going to have to put a repeater in here somewhere. We're actually going to run out, I think, of power. Yeah, so you ran out of power about right there. So maybe about right here we'll go ahead and throw a repeater in. I'll strengthen it up some like that. This is just flipping the track, so we'll need to take a look at it. The way we've got the track flipped is going off to the right, so the switch should be flipped back this way when we go inside. If it's not, we'll have to add an inversion to the... Nope, and it is. So the switch is flipped that way. If we flip the switch the other way, it'll kill power to it. Let's go ahead and get up there. We should see it flipped back. Yep, it's flipped that way, so it all looks good. And then what we'll need is an override here that we'll have to finish out. That allows us to forcibly switch the track back. Now I was trying to see if maybe I could make this a little easier. So it doesn't really matter what side I go from, huh? Let's see. That should be okay. So I've still got a height of 2 here. So it shouldn't connect the redstone wiring, but it should attach to that, go down there, and then around. We've still got enough. Sorry about all the up and down. I'm sure that probably, with the lag from the video, didn't look too good. Go ahead and put a repeater in there, so that way I've got a way that I can adjust the how fast that the carry is on this for timing. And we see that it... Oops, I need to flip it. Let's apply power to it real quick. Verify that it works, then we can ride the rail line. Alright, so we should be applying power. There we go. Applying power, it's flipped. We put our rail cart on there and we notice it flips back the way it's supposed to. So it'll be a little bit of concern. Usually this side isn't quite so bad with the piston. Now, last time we did a lot of playing around with the piston, adding the speed up to just kind of get your minecart up and going. This typically goes right through, and for those of you that are in survival mode, you probably don't need this many repeaters on this side. You can test it out and see if you even need one of them. It may just work out good enough that you don't even need that. So it's getting dark. I'm going to go ahead and throw some fence up and some light before we continue on. That way we can see what we're doing and we don't have things start generating on the rail line while we're trying to test. It's always obnoxious. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing on this side. Add one here, put a little light going down that. Go ahead and put some light there. This corner. Flip over this side. Probably go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put one on that side. Let me put one there. Light these steps. Maybe put some like that. Might want one over here. Oops. Well, I guess it didn't make that big of a mess. Okay, let's get our fence post. Come on, grab it. Okay, same kind of thing. We're just interested in sealing this in to keep stuff out of there. Kind of run it under this way. Like that. Come over to this side. Run it back like this. We want to put some gates in it, so if we're on that side, we can easily get back into it. So just use the standard gate in my case. So put one here, wherever you want. Put one on the other side. Looks like it's well lit. So let's take it for a test drive. See if we need to do any tuning or whether or not we've actually got it. Okay, so this time we're going to be going out. Let's flip the rail that way. So we should go up and to the left this time. So you saw that worked, up and to the left. This, we'll go back down. That worked fine. So you see the piston on that side's a little more forgiving. Flip it this way. Out, we should go to the right, or to the right. We make sure that we come back down the correct way. Okay, then we start checking our inverses. Let's go ahead and go the direction that we were, and then we're going to jump out of the rail cart, and we're going to come back and we're going to flip the switch the wrong way. So, again, we're simulating that we're coming into the railway station when somebody else had left and gone this way. So, we run in here. Flip that the wrong way. Run back out here. Alright, so now our cart's over there. That's flipped the wrong way. Let's hop up in here and let's make sure that it does what we want it to do. Flips the right way. Okay. So everything worked fine there. Now we're going to go back out to the other side of the track, and then this will test the inversion piece that we put in there. Oh, come on. Get hung up just a tiny little bit on that. Those I guess if you wanted to, you could find a way to work a okay, so you flip it the wrong way. You could work some kind of repeater into that to make this maybe stay open a little longer, be a little easier to get through. I don't use it as a main thoroughfare, so. Okay, so now we have our cart there. We have the railway turned the wrong way. So this again simulates that somebody left and went that way, and we're trying to come into the rail station from somewhere else. So here we go. Flip the rail the right way, down we go, and in we have it. Okay. So that completes the main innards of the railway station. Now, we got a big empty space here. So I'm going to do a short episode where I'll show the how I furnished the inside of the railway station, a short explanation to why. Of course, you can do this any way you want to. It doesn't have to be my way. And then we will, in an episode after that, come out here and actually build out one side of this to show you the dual-sided track and then loop it around so that it just kind of makes a big circle and comes back. And that'll pretty much conclude this series. So again, I hope it's been informative and that you've enjoyed it. We've kind of come a long way here. We're almost done. We can kind of fly back and appreciate our progress so far. Everything's working, so just a little bit left to go. Hopefully we'll see you on the next episode, and until then,